In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was not passive. It was alive, sharper than any two-edged sword. This is not entertainment. This is equipping. This is war. Welcome to the Word of the Sword with Brother Jeremy. The Word is the sword. We ready for war. Cut through the lies. We dividing the core. Truth in our hands. We ain't fighting in flesh. Armor alive when we step in the press. The Word is a sword. It's living and sharp. Piercing the night. Bringing fire to dark. Lost sheep hearing the shepherd's call. This is the Word of the sword for all. Yeah. He feeding the flock with the bread from above. Not sugar-coated sermons, but covenant love. Line upon line, precept on precept. Kingdom alignment, no compromise steps. Lost sheep scattered in Babylon streets. Hearing the trumpet, awakening feet. Brother Jeremy, lifting the scroll. Cutting deception, straight out of the soul. Helmet on tight, breastplate gleaming. Principalities shaking when truth starts speaking. This ain't hype, this holy fire. Sword of the spirit, taking us higher. Not carnal weapons, we don't wrestle flesh. But strongholds fall when the word is pressed. Every chain breaking when scripture's drawn. Light in the darkness till night is gone. The word is a sword, we ready for war. Cut through the lies, we dividing the core. Truth in our hands, we ain't fighting in flesh. Armor alive when we step in the press. The word is a sword, it's living and sharp. Piercing the night, bringing fire to dark. Lost sheep hearing the shepherd's call. This is the word of the sword for all. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, oh, oh, oh. Yeah, oh, oh, oh. Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, oh. Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah, oh. Ephesians 6, armor strapped tight. Shield of faith when we step in the fight. No fear in the camp, no turning back. Kingdom authority, no spiritual lack. Blow that shofar, awaken the land. Raising up warriors who understand. Scripture in heart, not just in the head. Walking in power, Messiah led. We don't debate what heaven declared. If it is written, the case is prepared. Courtroom of heaven, verdict is sure. Truth is the weapon and victory pure. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Elohim to the pulling down of strongholds. Every lie must bow, every demon must flee. Every lost sheep will hear the shepherd's voice.
Shalom, 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 everybody. Long time, a long time of laboring since I have been away. Been learning a lot, been doing a lot, been studying a lot, been on the phone a lot, and been on Zoom a lot. But before we get into this particular reaction video that we're going to do, I got a few clips which I know you guys are going to love. Make sure that you guys follow the instructions on the screen. And one more thing, do not forget to hype the video up as well. It's one of the new features on YouTube that helps creators get their videos seen by more people and a broader range of people. So don't forget to hit that hype button as well. So this reaction is titled Niddah. So some of these videos are going to be covering cleanliness, and we're actually going to get started with our first one right now.
Do my husband and I sleep in separate beds when I am in Niddah? Hi, my name is Miriam, and I'm an Orthodox Jew, and I offer people the opportunity to have a peek at what my life looks like. Yes, we do sleep in separate beds. This is my bed, This is my husband, and we actually sleep in separate beds all the time, not just when I'm in Niddah. Niddah is the time when a woman is on her period, and for 7 days after, husband and wife will separate. They do not engage in any marital relations, and our custom is also to sleep in 2 separate beds. To learn more about my life, I hope you follow along. And a shout out to my mom. She made this quilt.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, that's just one option that you can do with Niddah. Now, remember when we covered in the Pleased by the Bible playlist, when we actually spoke about cleanliness, we dove into some cleanliness laws and what is called Niddah. Now, men, it's your house. You can do whatever you want to do. You know, I've spoken to some brothers, and some brothers still sleep with their wife even though they're on their period. Not sleep like have intercourse, but sleep in the same bed. They still share the same bed. My apologies, a poor choice of words. Some brothers still do share the bed with their wives while they're on their period, and that's absolutely fine. You know, it's whatever you want to do in your household. I'm still of the mindset that I would prefer that she would be separated um, from me, but that's my opinion. What I would do in my household. You know, I wanted to show that video so you guys can further grasp that people do things differently, but it doesn't make them wrong. Okay, she's talking about what her head allows in his household, which is absolutely fine. And to be honest with you, that's a good idea because you are still separated from your wife. You're not necessarily touching her while she's unclean, and you get to be in the proximity to comfort her, I guess. So it works out. It definitely works out. I got a video up here twice. All right, let's slide on to the next one.
King James, this might shock y'all world. This might shock y'all world, but black people is the real Jews.
Okay, so go.
Do you know black people?
Go start wearing tzitzis. Start wearing tzitzis. Go follow the Bible. Start doing what the Bible says. If you say that you're Jewish, start doing what the Bible says.
Black people is the real Jews.
So, very good. Start following the Bible.
Why you want to steal? Swing on me or something?
I just find this one funny. I find this one funny, but this is something that I say all the time, man. Like, okay, if black people are the Jews, start wearing tzitzits. You know, start keeping the Bible. Start following that word that you claim to, you know, be a people of and believe in. You know, it's almost like they just want to fight. You know, they just want to fight or they just want to argue. And as they say, ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody got time for that. What we're going to do now is we are going to cut to a quick commercial.
The most prophesied event in all of Scripture is the restoration of Kol Israel. And that restoration begins where it always has, in the home under proper biblical headship and authority. The Kingdom Restoration Conference is back for its second year. Join us in Knoxville, Tennessee, July 9th through 12th as we gather to study Torah, explore headship and patriarchy, and learn how to build family, clan, and tribe the way that Scripture intended. This year's speakers include Aubrey and Dr. Rujane Killian, Dr. Yonatan Baruch, Teacher Pete Rambo, Mike Allen of Digging in the Word, Ryan Ridgely, Jared Cheshire, and Deborah Augustine of Call for Wisdom, presenting and leading breakout sessions to guide you toward the restoration of Kol Israel. Seating is limited to just 200 participants, so don't wait. Register today at kingdomrestorationconf.com, and we look forward to seeing you there.
All right, so again, that was kingdomrestorationconf.com. I'll pull it up in just a second and kind of go through it with you guys. But we are going to get to our last video here.
Woman gives birth, she's in a state of niddah, so husband and wife can't touch. So, in this case,
Not even touch. I can't even pause anything. So I'm going to help out. My name is Miriam. I'm a labor and delivery room nurse, and I'm familiar with the laws of Torah Samashpacha, so I am going to pass Danny his boy. Mazel tov, Danny.
Thank you. Oh, cheesecake.
So this law sounds it can sound ludicrous, but it actually adds so much, even like the slightest touch, it just adds such a spark when you're actually together again. Follow our channels for more. Danny actually holding love for the first time. My heart.
Now that was so beautiful. That was so beautiful. But you see how they were able to do it. How they were able to be clean and not unclean, because ritually and understandably, the woman is unclean after she has the baby. She's still with her birth. But this is what I want to pull up here. Kingdom Restoration Conference. Make sure you guys save the date. It's going to be from July 9th through the 12th. 2026 this year is going to be in Knoxville, Tennessee. Early registration has ended. But when you go to the website, I'll put a banner up here really quickly so that we can show it. All right, here's the website here, Kingdom Restoration Conference. It's going to show you all the information, our guest speakers, and it's actually going to give you a schedule. It's going to give you a schedule what we will be doing throughout that weekend. Friday night, if you do sign up, men, come dressed to impress. It's going to be a tie and jacket event. Ladies, come dressed to best represent your men. Okay. It's going to be a fancy dinner, I want to say, a nice sit down dinner that Friday. And then we'll go into Shabbat. And we have events all throughout the weekend. But it's a time for us to get together as a family, as Israel that is still in the diaspora, and connect, network, and fellowship. And you must believe I'm going to be there as well, along with my brothers and sisters who I stream with. They're going to be there as well. Brother Pete, Brother Allen, Sister Deborah, and quite a few other people. It's going to be a great weekend of us coming together and sitting down and not only fellowshipping, but connecting. I know the Father's Spirit will be there with us, so it's just going to be a great time all around. So that is the end. That is the end of the video here, everybody. I want to give a shout out to my brother. I call him Pastor Noah. If you have not watched this brother's channel, go and watch his channel. Sometimes I sneak over there in between work and just put it on and listen to him going in. You'll understand why I call him Pastor. Okay, this is his handle right here is at Tree in the Field. And here is my the Reverend, the Bishop, the Elder, the Evangelist, the Apostle, the Deacon, Brother Mike Allen. I'm usually over there streaming with him on Mondays and Saturdays, but he does Masculinity Monday, and now he does Women Monday. So he has added a section. Him and his Isha have added a section for the women. So women is every other Monday, and same with men. Men is every other Monday. And then you have the Shabbat Bible Dig, which is every other Saturday. So go over there and give him a like, share, follow, hype, and the same thing with Brother Noah right here. Now, call for wisdom, right? They just announced their betrothal and their covenant together. Call for Wisdom and Brother Allen. So I want to give a big shout out to my brother and my sister. And ladies, if you're looking for sound, biblical wisdom, who else to look at than Call for Wisdom? And that's over there with Sister Deborah. Okay. She's amassing a library of content to better help shepherd you women, according to Second Titus. But her herself is a very wise woman. I'm very blessed to have had conversations with all of these people, Brother Noah, Brother Mike, and Sister Deborah. I'm very blessed to work with them and just to be able to call them my brother and my sister. Now, something else I want to say. If you are looking for a place where you can get together and fellowship on the regular. Scrolling across the ticker bottom right here is Brother Pete Ramble's Patreon. Okay. Once you come in there, Brother Pete says you can come in at the $5 level to get into the Telegram group. Now, his Telegram group is very unique, in my opinion, because you have the main group where the Patreons can congregate, men and women. Then the women have their own section that the men are not a part of. And then the men have their own section that the women are not a part of, which is brothers sharpening iron. And then on the women's side, you have women sharpening other women who are under proper headship, authority, and patriarchy. So it makes for a very, very beautiful situation. So you guys make sure you head over to Brother Pete's Patreon, subscribe. I recommend men starting your first month at the $20 level. Why? Because of the perks that you get with it. You know, you do get a shirt that you always see me wearing, which says "For King and Kingdom." Brother Pete sent me too. I was like, man, why does all this stuff keep coming? Turns out Brother Pete kept sending me stuff, and then so he sent me extra shirts. So you get one of these shirts, and you also get a copy of Brother Pete's book, Biblical Headship, Patriarchy, and Authority According to Moses. You get a signed copy of that. You get a shirt, and you get access to the Patreon. After that first month, gentlemen, you're more than welcome to drop down to the $5 level, which is just a cup of coffee. But this has been a great reaction. I enjoyed going over these videos with you guys. I pray that you guys will rewatch this and look back at the videos. These are some good suggestions for women and men as far as staying clean. You know, keep in mind, I want all this stuff to be nothing but ideas. You could go this route, but ultimately, men, it's up to you as to how your household is ran and the things that go on in there. So without further ado, I bid you shalom, shalom.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was not passive. It was alive, sharper than any two-edged sword. This is not entertainment. This is equipping. This is war. Welcome to the Word of the Sword with Brother Jeremy. The Word is the sword. We ready for war. Cut through the lies. We dividing the core. Truth in our hands. We ain't fighting in flesh. Armor alive when we step in the press. The Word is a sword. It's living and sharp. Piercing the night. Bringing fire to dark. Lost sheep hearing the shepherd's call. This is the word of the sword for all. Yeah. He feeding the flock with the bread from above. Not sugar-coated sermons, but covenant love. Line upon line, precept on precept. Kingdom alignment, no compromise steps. Lost sheep scattered in Babylon streets. Hearing the trumpet, awakening feet. Brother Jeremy, lifting the scroll. Cutting deception, straight out of the soul. Helmet on tight, breastplate gleaming. Principalities shaking when truth starts speaking. This ain't hype, this holy fire. Sword of the spirit, taking us higher. Not carnal weapons, we don't wrestle flesh, but strongholds fall when the word is pressed. Every chain breaking when scripture's drawn. Light in the darkness till night is gone. The word is a sword, we ready for war. Cut through the lies, we dividing the core. Truth in our hands, we ain't fighting in flesh. Armor alive when we step in the press. The word is a sword, it's living and sharp. Piercing the night, bringing fire to dark. Lost sheep hearing the shepherd's call. This is the word of the sword for all. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, oh, oh, oh. Yeah, oh, oh, oh. Yeah, yeah, oh, oh. Yeah, oh, oh, oh. Yeah, oh, oh, oh. Yeah, oh, oh, oh. Yeah, yeah, oh. Ephesians 6, armor strapped tight. Shield of faith when we step in the fight. No fear in the camp, no turning back. Kingdom authority, no spiritual lack. Blow that shofar, awaken the land. Raising up warriors who understand Scripture in heart, not just in the head. Walking in power, Messiah led. We don't debate what heaven declared. If it is written, the case is prepared. Courtroom of heaven, verdict is sure. Truth is the weapon and victory pure. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Elohim to the pulling down of strongholds. Every lie must bow, every demon must flee. Every lost sheep will hear the shepherd's voice.